Education has been in place for thousands of years, and over that time it has changed to fit with the way that society works. Humans have been changing the way that schools function and trying to improve them since they were created. It's pretty easy to see why we need to continue this history of reform right now. The necessity for educational reform is proven by the fact that according to CNN from 2013 to 2015, teacher approval for Common Core dropped from 76% to 40%. The dropout rate is 1.5 million students a year. These are the people that are not going on to improve their education and are not getting their high school diploma. The math PISA score for the US is now 20 points below the average. PISA stands for the Program for International Student Assessment. For our final project, we've decided to create a model school designed for students in the 21st century. Our school is called the Odyssey School of Excellence. Our school colors are purple and green. Our mascot is a pear, and our motto is a place for everyone, and everyone in their place. Our mission statement is to make the education fit the child, and not the child fit the education. We created a lot of separate buildings to keep classes from interfering with each other, and allowed as much natural light into the room as possible through the use of many windows. Natural light is known to do a good job of keeping students from losing alertness throughout the day. As well, there are lots of spaces outdoors where classes can be held, if students and teachers both want to. Here is an example of two buildings that have lots of natural light and are separate so they're not interfering with each other.
Odyssey runs on a 2-semester, 4 classes at a time block schedule, and the schedule can be adjusted to accommodate students with ADHD or other problems that make having more time between classes or breaks during the class advantageous. Each class at Odyssey is going to be 1 hour and 27 minutes long. There will be a 3-minute transition period in between all of the classes to give students enough time to get all the way across campus. There will be 1 hour for lunch to give students time to eat all of their food and talk to their friends without feeling rushed. One survey conducted over 24 high schools found that once they had put a block schedule into place, 80% of the teachers at those schools thought that this block schedule did help improve student learning. NC Public Schools has also written that a block schedule seems to lower dropout rates as well as discipline problems amongst students. Having a block schedule means that students will only have to work on 4 subjects at a time. This means that they can give each individual subject much more attention. As well, organization will be simpler because you only need to worry about 4 binders instead of 7. As well, final year review and comprehensive projects or tests will be much less stress because students will no longer have to try and remember material from the very beginning of the school year, only material that was covered about a semester away. This will reduce the overall stress levels amongst students when a class is close to completion. Teachers will also be able to make classwork better fit individual students because each teacher will only have 30 to 90 students instead of well over 100 students. This allows for students who work and learn much more quickly to cover as much material relating to each of their classes as they possibly can during a semester, while students who work more slowly and who need more time to cover all of the essential materials can get all of the work they need to get done done without being overwhelmed by a class that moves much more quickly than they would like to be able to move. School day at Odyssey runs from 9:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. This is to try and allow people to sleep in later so that everyone can get enough sleep without cutting into afternoon activities and preventing students from being able to do their hobbies and sports after school. Lunch provided by the school will be prepared by a large group of students with plenty of teacher supervision. This will teach students skills about organizing themselves, working together to accomplish a goal, and basic cooking skills. This can also allow for people who may have food sensitivity to make their own lunch slightly differently and still eat a school lunch. People who have severe allergies should probably still bring their own lunch from home. Japan has also had success with this policy combating unhealthy eating among children.
For electives, the required courses will be 4 years of social studies because of the diverse topics and guaranteed future application the topics covers. 3 years of English, math, and sciences will be required for all students. 2 years of language will be required, as well as 2 years of the arts because that's important for students to learn. 2 years of a computer or technology class because of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and 2 years of a sport, which could be in or out of school. It's important for students to learn about competition and to keep a healthy body. There would be no standardized testing or Common Core because those do not demonstrate mastery or individualized students, which is what Odyssey is all about. Students from different cultures will be treated fairly because of the fact that the curriculum isn't standard. Electives will be chosen by the administration based on student interest as far as is possible, and there are a huge variety of electives. We have electives that blend into the core classes, like chemistry-focused baking and biology-focused gardening. We also have electives that help students prepare for the future, like finance, culinary arts, and many different technology-based courses. Students can also create their own elective if they want to, which will be difficult but can be done with enough supervision. They have to present what they've learned at the end of the year in a certain form and turn in proof that they've been working every week. Classes will try to focus on using technology as well as teaching social skills because those two things are becoming more and more essential as the Fourth Industrial Revolution progresses. Along with the basic computer class that's required, a class teaching social skills and skills for working in groups will be required as both of those things make high school, life, and employment during the Fourth Industrial Revolution easier. One thing Odyssey will have is an in-school clinical therapist. Around 20% of children and teens have anxiety, depression, or other mood disorders. The average time between the onset of mental illness symptoms and an intervention is 10 years. Many students are too shy to talk to their parents about their issues due to many reasons, including fear of punishment, shame, or disbelief. And this would give the students easy access to help and someone to talk to without worry. The standard therapy rules apply. The sessions are confidential unless the student is in any type of danger. The connective triangle is another thing we will bring into the school. Our current system does not well enough enforce the connection between a student, a parent, and a teacher. Without these three people working together, students cannot learn to their full potential. Craig Kemp, the head of education technology at a school in Singapore, which is one of the top-rated countries in education, states that communication is the key factor to continue improving teaching and learning.
The grading policy of Odyssey is a standard ABCD structure employed by most schools. Half of the grades students receive will be based on effort, and the other half will be based on the mastery of a subject that is demonstrated in one's work. Though effort is something that cannot be measured exactly, it can be represented in how much time is spent on a project or assignment, including how in-depth the information is laid out and if specific topics are elaborated on. Lesser number of students allow teachers to bond with their pupils, giving more light on which one needs to spend more effort or better comprehension on what they are learning. Students will be organized into classes of 15 students each and divided by their preferences and style of learning and what they wish to learn. There will be around 500 students total in the school. There will be no homework except for unfinished classwork, thus emphasis on completion will be harsh. This lack of additional homework gives students more time to play sports, practice their hobbies, sleep, and have time to enjoy their lives out of school. Punishment for rule breaking at Odyssey will be directly related to the student's offense and will include physical tasks. Examples include cleaning buildings or assisting other students with projects. Chores such as watering plants, cleaning the cafeteria, and much more will be tasked as discipline. We will have a 3-strike system in classrooms. As well as for angry students or students with a stressful home life, meditation has been very helpful as an alternative to detention. Odyssey replaces the usual detention for any misbehaving students with forced collaboration and counseling. This is to keep them from acting out. This includes being stuck together in a get-along shirt for a set amount of time. Save for the humiliation, they will be lectured about proper demeanor during this time. This type of punishment includes getting these students to sit down and talk to each other like civils, monitored by a counselor, of course. This enforces positive consequences instead of bad ones, so instillment of intimidation and restrictive measures are not utilized. Also, volunteering hours can be added onto the students' required amount to graduate, though a major offense or bullying can result in expulsion or harsher methods of punishment.
Take the marker. Just kind of, yeah, that looks really good. Just get the nail maybe shade. Go shade in the leaf, and then I'll pause. Okay, sun detail, sun detail, sun detail. Yes, yes. That's okay. You need to get some legs, Sabi. You need to get some legs. Keep going. You're doing good. You're doing good. If we made like a blooper section and everyone could hear what we're saying, and it's just me talking about books, balancing on this dude, and I sound just like Bob Ross. And he's talking about trees. Make your trees happy trees. Give